Hello there, I'm Denise Richardson for Howdini. Have you ever wondered if you have seasonal affective disorder? Well, what the heck is it? I think I have it, and possibly our expert guest does. Rachel Sussman is a relationship therapist, and we're so happy to have you with us. Let's let folks know, seasonal affective disorder, or SAD, what is it?
It's the winter blues. And if you and I have it, you know what? There's 10 million other people walking around having it. I think about 5 or 6 years ago, they actually put a real name to it, which is seasonal affective disorder, and it's like a mild depression. Some of the symptoms can be feeling lethargic, sad, irritable, really just not feeling that great.
And some people will say, but that sounds like depression. You know, I'm going through a bad time, I'm having relationship problems, I'm having problems with my kids. What's the difference between maybe depression and SAD?
Well, seasonal affective disorder is actually a physiological condition where the brain and the body is just not getting enough sunlight. And in the winter months, there's a lot less sunlight.
Now, is there a specific group of people who suffer? Do kids suffer, adults suffer, seniors suffer?
It's across the spectrum, and mostly what I've heard is that it's mostly in countries where there's not a lot of light in the winter.
Sounds like London to me.
Yeah, absolutely, and Paris. And New York, Boston.
And even if you work in an office space, that might be true as well?
Absolutely, and you know, with the work ethic of so many people these days, where they're spending 12, 15 hours at work and you're really not getting any sunlight, you're probably prone to a condition like SAD.
I'm familiar with something they call light therapy for SAD. What is light therapy?
Light therapy is one of the treatments that they suggest for people with seasonal affective disorder, and it's actually a certain type of light bulb in a box, and you're just supposed to put it in your living room or put it on your desk and get lots of white light during the day, and this is supposed to help the condition.
So when you sit in front, actually I've sat in front of the white light, and I find that I feel as though I have an energy I didn't have when I walked into the space.
Well, from what I understand, it's working on the part of your brain that controls mood and just isn't getting enough light. But there's lots of things you can do for SAD, you know, in and above the light therapy. They recommend lots of exercise, getting plenty of sleep, eating well, just really taking care of yourself, and if nothing else works, including the light therapy, doctors are prescribing antidepressants.
What's on the table right now for a lot of people? Sleep deprivation. Sleep is important.
Sleep is very important, and we're hearing, you know, more and more about people who just really are sleep deprived, and it's affecting everything in their life, including their relationships.
So, what do you do if you feel this way? And once again, what are the triggers that say, you know what, maybe I do have SAD?
Well, I think you really have to check in with yourself. If you're feeling just not quite like yourself, if you're noticing that, maybe you're a little more irritable than normal, a little more sensitive than normal, you're crying at too many news stories or movies, you better check in with yourself and say, what's going on here? Maybe I do have the winter blues.
And maybe get some rest on top of it.
Absolutely. Getting to bed early and getting enough sleep is really important, especially around the holidays.
And because of you, Rachel Sussman, we can get through the holidays feeling a whole lot better. Thank you for being with us.
You're very welcome.
And I'm Denise Richardson for Howdini.